I'm starting. Yo guys, what's good? Welcome to the weekly recap. This week I only took one trade, so it was a pretty slow week for me. Monday we had U.S. bank holiday. Tuesday I didn't see a setup. Wednesday is the setup I took. Thursday I didn't see a setup. Friday I didn't see an A+ setup. I only take A+ setups, so I only take setups that are high probability win rate. And I'm gonna show you the setup that I took on Wednesday that made me a 2% profit actually on the account. So initially on the account, this is one of my students' accounts that I'm managing right now. And the first trade I took on this, it was an A+ setup, but that day we had an unfortunate thing where it executed me in a position before I even wanted to be executed and made me lose like $600. But it's fine. That's why I lost that day. But then we just made it all back literally on Wednesday's trading day, and I'm gonna show you where it is real quick. What day was Wednesday? Let me just check real quick. It was the 4th. So yeah, September 4th. 9:30. Alright, it was right here. I'm just gonna mark this out. So we mark out 9:30 to 11 because that's the time for it to be trading. And there's a lot of stuff on my screen, but I'll show you guys what it is real quick. I'll describe everything. This wasn't here, and this wasn't also here. I'm just gonna not draw this either. This wasn't here. Okay. So price overnight we had just accumulated, and there was SMT on these lows, by the way. These lows right here. And I was also bullish because this box right here is a daily fair value gap we were within. If I go to the daily time frame, you can see we've been in this box, like the daily fair value gap, for a minute right now. It's been 1, 2, 3 days. Today was just hella bearish. I don't know what happened. The market just took a shit. But if we go back to the 1 minute, I'll show you that long entry, and I'll tell you why I took it. It's gonna take. Just give me a second. I'm just gonna have to go back. Because, you know, top step is a little annoying. September 4th, bro, where are you? Alright, right here. September 4th. Alright, right here. So, if we're bearish, first of all, this is some really, like, sauce for you guys. We always want to look for manipulation, okay? So, manipulation happened at 10 o'clock right here. We went right down. We were bullish, and when we saw this move down, we knew this would have been manipulation, taking out sell-side liquidity. Sell-side liquidity are just these lows right here. Which has stops underneath it. So people's money is resting underneath these lows, and they all got stopped out. And then we started heading up. This move up, these two legs up, weren't enough confirmation for me. So what I did instead was just wait until I had my A+ setup, and that A+ setup happened right here. If you noticed, we have SMT on these lows. We've had SMT on these lows. I know you can't really see it on my ES chart, but we had SMT on these lows right here. And then we also had displacement through this high. This high we just went right through. And then there was no fair value gap here. There was one tiny one here, but I just didn't want to get wrecked because of these wicks. So I waited for another fair value gap to form from here, right here, this candle, the 1030 candle, the fair value gap form. And we also closed right above the 9/4, so September 4's opening day gap. We closed right above it. That's added a lot more to my confirmation. And we had bounced off of a higher time frame PD array. So higher time frame PD array plus SMT plus a displacement plus a fair value gap plus we closed above the opening day gap. That's a lot of confirmation for me. So I entered right off of this fair value gap. As you can see, it was a sniper entry. We were not in any drawdown whatsoever. I entered right as soon as we hit the fair value gap. Stop losses were right here at the low, and we were targeting some sort of highs like over here. I got out right here though, I think at the peak, because it was the hourly fair value gap we were targeting. And ES had hit the hourly fair value up, so that's why we took that trade, made 900, and that was my A+ setup. And I'll show you like this. It was a 1-to-1. I usually take 1-to-1s, but my win rate is like a 90%. So it was like this, and I exited. I'm not even joking, like right at the peak of it, somewhere over there. So it was literally exactly like a 1-to-1. And but yeah, made some money on that, and that was my A+ setup, and that was my week, bro. Made 2% in the week, green week, and let's see what next week provides.